Hey guys, welcome to Local Chords. I'm your host, Michael Kampa, and today we're with electronic musician Cybrid Lines, aka Reggie Bauer. So Reggie, you've been making electronic music for a long time. Tell us a little bit about how you got started in that.
I started out, first time I heard Owl City's music, Fireflies, it was like in the middle of the night, and I was like, I want to make something like that. So over the next year or so, that was 7th grade, over the next year, I started downloading these little MIDI programmers onto my parents' computer, and I messed around with that for a couple of years. And then finally, once I got my own laptop, I downloaded FL Studio, also known as Fruity Loops, but it's legally FL now, I think. I downloaded an earlier version of that, and I've been working with that for 3 years now.
So I don't think FL Studio is something they teach in high school band class. So how did you go about learning that software?
I had to teach, for the most part, to teach myself how to use it. Like initially when I got it, my good friend Brian Gapp actually showed me how to work the different aspects of the software, and I was able to go from there.
So you said Fireflies by Owl City was kind of the first track that made you really interested in electronic music. What was it about that was unlike something you'd heard before?
I just liked how it sounded way different from other typical pop music that they were playing on the radio, and how he had much more of an electronic feel to it, and that really drew me to his music specifically. So I started listening to all his stuff. I bought all his albums, all of them, and he's still my favorite singer to this day, and I hope to collaborate with him one day. I think that would be awesome. But
yeah.
His writing style has really influenced mine as well.
Yeah, I can hear that in your music for sure. Who else has influenced you other than Owl City?
Dare I say Skrillex has done it. Pretty Lights, I don't know if people know him, he's really good.
Yeah.
Avicii has kind of snuck his way into my style a little bit, and then like Zomboy, Pegboard Nerds, a couple other EDM acts out there as well.
got a few upcoming singles, including Fire Hazard, but tell us a little bit about that one.
That one is more so me trying to veer off of melodic EDM and go for like a drop, more focused on a drop and not like a melody. And I went into the song with that mindset, and I think it came out pretty nice. I still, had to put some melody in there because you just can't go without it.
Oh, yeah.
There was this one dude, I can't remember his name, but somebody quoted, drops are a trend, but melodies are timeless. And that quote has really stuck with me in my production.
Night, sweetie. Let's shut her down.
Oh, okay. Night, little love.
Good night.
Whoa, hey, Terry. Whoa. Talk of the town. It's on. It's our time. Come on, scoot over. Scoot. All right. Here we go.
Popcorn. Popcorn.
Popcorn's coming. There you go.
Thanks.
Okay, Tom. I think you're taking this best friend thing just a little too far.
But it's our show. Come on, have some popcorn.
So EDM has kind of blown up in the mainstream in the last few years. How do you feel about that?
I love it. I just love being able to, the kind of music I listen to, more and more people are enjoying it. And you'll come across those people that are like, oh, I listened to it before it was cool. But it's like, really? It's an awesome kind of music. Why limit it to yourself? Why not share it with everybody?
Absolutely. So do you think with artists like Skrillex and Avicii really blowing up, has that affected the genre? Or do you think people are still making the same kind of music they have for years?
It's definitely affected it. It's commercialized it a bit, which is kind of bad because once people get famous, they start to get a little bit lazy in their production. But at the same time, it inspires more people to try to step up and maybe fill in that void.
So what about Galaxy Cat? How did that one come together?
The story behind that one, I wrote that one before I even had a title for it, which is not.
The title's pretty awesome.
It's not uncommon for producers to finish a song before they even name it. Sometimes I try to come up with a name, but sometimes you just got to let the music speak for
and
itself.
if you come up with a name first, do you find that affects the direction of the song?
It can a little bit.
Yeah?
For me, it's been minimal, but it has affected it, definitely. And Galaxy Cat is actually based off of my good friend Jenny up in Woodbury. I guess that's something with her Tumblr name or something. But I was like, hey, I can name this after her and she'll like it. And she's really excited for when that one's going to come out.
She approves?
Yeah, she approves of it. She knows it's coming out hopefully really soon. I've been trying to get that one picked up by a label, and it's looking good. Okay, so the track is called I Need a Break. It's going to kind of be speaking out against corruption in general and how it's just gotten too much and need a break from it. General gist of the song. And I reached out to some of my buddies from the college I go to. I'm taking college classes right now for music production.
Nice.
And I reached out to them. I was like, hey, do you guys want to lay down some verses on this? And so they're going to do that. They're going to lay verses down on another song as well. But that's the main one I'm focusing on right now.
Awesome.
And I'm really excited for when that one's going to hit.
Welcome to Go for the Dough, your local trivia game show where we pit Hastings locals head-to-head for their trivia knowledge. What movie gave the world the memorable quote, "There is no spoon"? Yes.
The Matrix.
That is also correct, Reverend. Nicely done.
So I know in addition to your original compositions, you also perform as a DJ at live events. How did you get into that?
Again, that's just being inspired. I see different EDM acts do that, and as well as the whole radio thing, that kind of got me into it too,
Yeah.
being able to share music with people. And I thought, why not try this out live? And I was asked by one of the teachers at Hastings High School if I could DJ that Snow Week dance for them, and of course I said yes, and had just a wonderful time there.
Yeah, how did that go?
It was awesome. I loved it. It was a whole lot of fun. Everybody seemed to be jamming, and at the end of the night, people were like chanting my name. I could not believe it, but I was just like overwhelmed.
So whether it's a performance at like a dance or even on your radio show, do you have a particular experience that stands out as your best live performance?
Best live performance, dare I say it was the one I just did at the Snow Week
wow.
Dance. I mean,
Nice.
that was unbelievably amazing. The turnout and how everybody was just loving the music. I kept getting compliments left and right. I mean,
That's very cool.
that was a very great night for me.
So on the flip side, do you have a worst experience?
Worst experience, oh boy. I could say There was one. I was working for a DJ company up in the cities a few months back, and one of the songs that my boss had given me was just an instrumental, but I didn't know that. It was an instrumental for Sexy and I Know It by LMFAO. So I guess he didn't want the lyric. He thought the lyrics were too vulgar or something like that. I mean, which it makes sense. But,
I guess, yeah.
But people were like, I played it without knowing that it was instrumental, and people are looking at me like, what the heck is going on? And I just had to like let it play, and I was like,
Just ride
this
it
is
out.
so bad. Like, it got to the point where toward the end of the song, I like picked up a microphone and started going along with it just to try and make it sound like it wasn't bad.
So Vermilion is one of your most recent tracks, and I know you collaborated with another producer on that. What was that experience like?
So I started the song out maybe 3 months ago, probably. I mean, this is pretty recent for me. And I had this rough draft done, and I met this dude on Instagram who was also a producer. I listened to some of his stuff. I really liked it, so I reached out to him, and I was like, hey, do you want to collaborate? He was like, absolutely. So I got this rough draft. I sent it off to him. Maybe a week later, he sent it back, just exponentially better.
Wow.
And, you know, had all these different cool effects on it and stuff. And then we sent it back and forth a couple more times. And now we have the final product, and it'll be coming out very soon.